Hey everyone, welcome to this video. So I always want to make sure that we go through the important rules to remember as well when it comes to Facebook ads and a few other small things as well when it comes to increasing budget, decreasing budget, commenting, duplicating ads, editing things, where it's small things that can have a big negative impact if they're done wrong. And so I really want to emphasize them in this video. So I really highly recommend it. Just take some notes as well, just so we don't make a few changes because it can negatively impact the ads when they're running as well. So one of the things is, and this can seem a little odd, is when we're engaging with commenters. Previously, with the Facebook algorithm, it was advised to just engage with as many people as possible to respond to every single comment. What we've seen now is actually it's better not to reply to every single person. What we want to do is actually reply to about one in every five people who comments on your ad. We want more people engaging in the comment section. The longer that people are spending in the comment section, the more Facebook will promote your ads. For some reason, if Facebook sees that you're just replying to every single person, they can slightly increase your CPMs. So we don't want to do that. We want to do it about one in every five. It does not have to be exact by any means. The reason we want to do this as well, we start to build trust and create a sense of community through the comments. It's very, very important at scale to have engagement on your ads as well, because we want your ads to feel like an organic post. It helps so much. So overall interactions are going to lead to much higher conversions and much higher sales. For example, here, this post by Jenna, she has about 233 comments on this post, 1.4 thousand likes, 173 shares, amazing engagement. And she, I mean, at a point, it was almost too much to reply to. So she's still replying to a few of these. And so as you can see, as we're scrolling down here, it's showing some of these comments at the above because Facebook is going to move these comments around based on how likely it's going to get someone to purchase as well. So they're going to do that by themselves. You can see down here, Jen has replied to a few of these, which is great. It's about every one out of every five of all of these comments. And then she's really focusing on the main questions, making sure to answer individual questions as well. You can see some of these are starting comment threads and going through. I mean, there's even more. That was only 50. There's 144 more. So many comments. So we don't want to reply to every single one. Once you start getting, I mean, over 100 comments, it's really common to just reply to, I'd say about 1 in 10 is a very good number. And then making sure to answer the very important questions. Any just blatantly negative comments, just angry people, just go ahead and hide those comments. Just click on them right here, click on hide comment. Totally fine. Some people are just going to be mean and we don't have to worry about them. It's pointless. We don't have to worry about them at all. Just go ahead and hide that. So you can see so many comments. And this is what we're looking to do is start to build the engagement on your ads. It's going to help so much when it comes to scaling the ads. So that's how we're going to go ahead and engage with the commenters. Now, when it comes to duplicating ads, what we can go ahead and do is you can go ahead and duplicate ads simply by, say, if we want to duplicate an ad, so we're going to go to the ad level. Say we want to duplicate this ad. We're going to click on Command C, or if you're on a PC, you can click on Control C. It's going to copy the ad. And then say we want to duplicate it into this campaign here. We're going to click on the ad, click on the ad set, and then Command V. There we go. Just went ahead and pasted that ad in there. So that's one way that you can go ahead and copy and paste ads very quickly. But one thing is, if you copy an ad and paste it into a new audience, and then you edit anything about the ad, it doesn't matter if it's one single word, the name of the ad, anything about the ad, it will remove all of the engagement that that ad has built up because it will turn it into a different ad. So that's very important to remember when you are copy and pasting. Now, one thing is if we do need to make an edit on an ad, I will say though, if there are going to be times where maybe you look at an ad and it's already been running for like 2 or 3 weeks and there's one word that's spelled wrong, I would just go ahead and leave it, continuing to run. We've had ads that have spent so much money and they were just doing so incredibly well. We couldn't turn them off. We couldn't edit it. No one even noticed it. We just want to go ahead and let those run. But if there is an absolute necessity to make a change in an ad, what we want to go ahead and do is you duplicate the ad. So duplicate, and then you would turn off the previous ad and then make the change to the new ad and then publish that new ad. We never want to edit an ad that is already running if you absolutely need to make a change to an ad. We always want to duplicate it. This even goes for the name of the ad, the smallest edit in the ad. It will reset the learning not only for the ad, but it will reset the entire learning for the ad set as well whenever we make even the smallest change to the ads. So that's very, very important to make sure that we duplicate and then publish a new one and turn off the previous one. We never edit the actual individual ad. Now, when it comes to getting into active, so active, you've probably seen that. Again, it's a very big misconception that if you're in Learning Limited, everything's going down. Oh no, like if you're in Learning Limited, like you're never going to make money. It's like the worst thing ever, which it's actually not the case. We've had campaigns that have been in Learning Limited for months. They just weren't spending enough to get out of it, and they were still making a lot of money. So just remember that Learning Limited, Learning Active, none of them are necessarily good or bad things. Typically, what we see is once we've scaled up and we're in active, it helps, say, if you're spending 100 to 200, even better when you're spending like 400 to 500 per day, it can be a little bit more consistent in your results. The Learning Limited is not a bad thing. What you want to go ahead and do is when you're looking at your ad set level and hovering right here, it's going to go ahead and say learning, and you can actually see right here when you're hovering over that learning, it's going to show you how many events you need. We would need 50 conversion events in 7 days to be able to get into learn or to get into active. So you want to go ahead and wait for that until making any major budget increases. So you should be able to get into that once you're spending around $100 to $120 per day, and then you can get inactive. Sometimes ad sets just start inactive, just how the campaign or the ad account is set up. Sometimes with new ad accounts, it happens. So I just wouldn't worry about it too much, but it is something nice to know. Once you are inactive, things can get a little bit more consistent. So getting into active, you'll typically see about 15 to 25% more consistent results. And once your ad set is inactive, you never want to increase the budget more than 25% of the time, or it will push it back into that learning phase. Now, after your ad set is active, you can freely add new ads in without resetting the ad set back into learning. Now, and obviously with our structure, we never want to have more than 6 ads in the ad set at one time. So being inactive, again, doesn't mean you can throw in random new ads into an ad set and they're going to automatically perform. It does not mean that at all. You would have to find stronger ad copy, videos, and images that would outperform the current, in our case, the current campaigns that we're running. Now, in terms of attribution windows, so you've probably seen that 7-day click, 1-day view, and there's even a new engaged view attribution window. These are going to be the attribution windows we're going to be using for all ads. 7-day click, essentially what this means is if I clicked on an ad on Monday and I don't purchase that day. So I clicked on Monday, I don't purchase that. I just clicked, I went to this site, I don't purchase. But I come back to the site within 7 days. It doesn't matter how I come back. I could search it up. I could see another ad. I'm essentially just coming back to the site. The ad will still count that as a purchase if I make a purchase within that 7 days. So say if I clicked on Monday, came back on Saturday that week, it would still count it. Now, for the 1-day view, what this means is that if I view an ad on Monday and I don't purchase that day, but I come back within 24 hours, within 1 day, and I purchase, then the ad is going to count that as a purchase. So 7-day click, 1-day view combines both of those together, and it gives us the best time frame for tracking as much data as possible and giving us more data to be able to scale. The reason this is important is because say if you're running an email promotion and people are viewing your ads or they click on them, you can and see inflated results that day because of the sales that the email drove, but Facebook was actually tracking those sales, that's just how the attribution windows work. So it's important to always remember that other things can have an impact. Typically, it's going to just be email. That's going to be the primary thing. But again, organic content, posting that if you have a video that goes viral, all of those things is better essentially if it's helping Facebook track more data and actually pick up these sales. So that's how those attribution works. And so those are the most important rules to remember. So make sure to always follow those, especially with duplicating ads, especially with engaging with commenters. And then in the next video, we're going to actually jump into how you can drop your ad library in the group. So very excited about that. Super helpful to everyone essentially starting and to even finding new ad copy and better ad copy as well. So I'll go ahead and see you in that video.